last night. We'll dive into that next. First things first on a Monday morning.
It's over, and it's Friday.
Tomorrow, Judge, Tatis, Ohtani, all of baseball's finest face off in a mile-high midsummer slugfest from Coors Field in Denver. It is the 2021 MLB All-Star Game presented by MasterCard tomorrow on Fox. Nick, the names we're going to see, we've talked about Tatis, an incredible first half. Ohtani, the first half he's had. It's been amazing. What are you looking forward to most from tomorrow's All-Star Game?
Tatis, the most exciting player in the sport. I give him 14 months. He'll be considered the best player in the sport. It's Tatis. This is the year of Tatis.
Whoa.
Fernando Tatis Jr. That's my
You're
answer.
going too far.
Yeah, great. Good call.
14
Brandon, I
months.
know you're a Mookie guy, as I am, but he's not going to play, so you can take a page out of my book, since I don't get to see Mookie play for the
Jenna
Red
told me.
Sox anymore, and root for Xander Bogaerts. Xander's a great guy to root for, so since Mookie's not playing, you can join me, root for Xander. Yeah, he's great.
Guys, you guys are so
Proud of
far
roommate.
off. It's Ohtani. Have you guys not been watching or listening to Jenna for the past 4 weeks? This dude could easily be the MVP, throwing 3 strikeouts from the mound and hitting 2 home runs. This dude is freakish. He's one of the most unique athletes we've seen in a long time. He's like Ray Lewis. It's like Ray Lewis smashing Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, then going to throw 3 touchdowns. That's who this kid is.
I haven't heard that one.
Like Ray Lewis.
I haven't heard Ray Lewis.
It works. It works.
No one's made that comp.
It works.
Italy won the 2020 Men's European Championship yesterday, beating England in one of the most tension-filled matches in years, if you watch this, ending on an incredibly exciting penalty shootout. If you'll allow me, a crushing blow for England, which, had they won, would have been their first Euro Cup title in half a century. It has been heartbreak after heartbreak, year after year for England, and yesterday, just one more brutal example of that. But cheers to Italy and a job well done. And as for England, this too shall pass, and maybe next year changes. And might I suggest one very important change right now? Hire someone who knows less about football and more about heart. Ted Lasso, whose famous line, "How many countries are in this country?" makes him absolutely perfect for the job. Cheers to you, Italia.
Emmy.
I really don't
You
like
get an
French
Emmy.
Jenna.
You are brilliant.
British Jenna, A+.
Right.
Hey, everybody. I want to get serious for a second. Talk about Brandon Marshall. Brandon Marshall takes his job, not only this job, but his job as his role model very seriously. He's an influencer, and what he does, people follow. None more indicative when he was changing a tire with his shirt off. So your old buddy Kevin Wilde's on social media, flipping through Instagram. I see someone else changing a tire, decides to pull a McConaughey, a.k.a. Brandon Marshall, say, "Hey, how about I take my shirt off?" Old Nick Wright. So America, world, since Instagram is global, you got Brandon Marshall to thank for showing Nick the path.
That's Nick?
To, if you're going to change a tire, rip your shirt off. Nicholas, fantastic job. Now I know from you guys, next time I have any small auto mishap, got to take the old blazer off. I'm always wearing a blazer.
Take my shirt off.
Boy, fantastic job here.
First, I didn't know this was coming. But second, Nick.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nick. Wow,
Yeah,
bro.
what's
I know
up?
you just
Can
really
I
start
suggest
embracing
less cardio,
training.
more weights?
A couple.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually,
No,
like
Jenna's
he's getting
body
cut.
shaming me
Nick was
because she has
freaking-
no choice. She has no choice but to do it. It's like an
love
auto
it, Nick.
response. That's fine. Let me explain myself here, America. My wife blew a tire in the car that she was driving because she was criticizing my driving. So she's like, "I'll drive," and then blammo blows a tire.
Can't be the full segment.
I'm wearing a
just
nice
trying to make a point.
sweater
Can't be a full
back from dinner. And now, what you asked me, Wilds, why I didn't have a shirt on. I was explaining.
be the full
I was
segment,
going to
though.
ruin my sweater. Okay, well then roll tape or whatever you say in television. As long as this is playing, I'm going to keep talking. There you go. My God.
Oh, time for John. I will tell you, I watched that. Nick, I did watch that in its entirety. I was very impressed with the skills involved, perhaps not as much with the disrobing, but definitely the skill set. Time now for Drawing a Blank.
Thank you.
Suns
Appreciate that.
were on the short end of the free-throwing shooting stick last night, and Monty Williams took notice. Take a listen to this.
I'm not going to get into the complaining publicly about fouls. Just not going to do that. But you can look, we had 16 free throws tonight. One person had 17.
Just saying. Not going to say it, so I'll just say it. Hey, Brandon, Monty Williams' comments on the Game 3 free throw disparity are blank.
I'm so frustrated. Sports politics. This is exactly what it was. And it didn't start with Coach Bud. It started right on this show. We are one of the first sports shows that start in the morning, 7:30 in the morning. You can tune in, and we're one of the only ones on. And then you got Nick Wright on one side, and you got Kevin Wiles on the other, and all that. It's unbelievable how media ruins sports at times. This is all this is sports politics.
You're on the
Nick,
media.
you are wrong.
You got more media
Kevin
jobs
Wiles,
than
you
all
are
of us.
wrong.
Yeah, that's a great point. Brandon Marshall, who you can catch on literally every media platform in existence, is saying how media ruins sports. Meanwhile, more on that on my YouTube show later. I'm going to say this is doubly fair. It's fair for Monty to say, because this is what I wanted Bud to do. Take the fine and try to put the pressure on the refs. But it's also, here's what I would challenge Monty Williams when he's complaining about Giannis's 17 free throws. Show me the time Giannis went to the line and he wasn't fouled. It's not like he's drawing these fouls 25 feet from the basket with a rip through. He is, no, okay, let me see it. Because he was getting hammered the entire game. I thought it was a fairly officiated game. The Suns are a finesse jump shooting team. So they're not going to get as many free throws.
That's right.
What's up? Let me see it, Wilds. Tell me.
Right.
Let me see. Let me see the one that was a bad call.
Well, it's not radio. You can't just spring it on me and I don't have it ready to go. But there was one play early when Giannis got an offensive rebound over Devin Booker and elbowed him in the head, and then Devin Booker somehow got called for a foul as he was shooting. So that was the only one that is fair.
Wrong. Giannis did foul Devin Booker there. They missed that, but then it was Mikal Bridges came in from behind and fouled Giannis. That play was not a foul on Devin Booker. It was a foul on the guy who came from behind. So take that. These are good calls. These are good calls. They're all good calls.
We're going to edit that out of the rear then.
Not radio.
I went 16-16 to piggyback on Nick's point. 16 teams in the playoff. The Suns draw the absolute least fouls of anybody. But I do like Monty Williams saying one person had 17. Like when you're really mad, you just don't even say Giannis. One person had 17. Who was it? I don't know. You guys are going to have to look it up. I'm not going to say it. One person did, though. I don't know who it was. I loved it.
Cut this.
All right, as we get ready for the All-Star game, let's talk some
epic.
weird and wonderful from our national pastime. Yeah, Cards Cubs. Check out Chicago first baseman Anthony Rizzo using the netting to almost pull off this catch and foul ground. That's what we've got for the almost very wonderful this weekend. Wilds, what else you got for us?
Oh, we have a multi-year story. We're going to start in 2019. Altuve hits a home run on the ALCS, sends the Astros to the World Series. Remember this? He's like, hey, don't take my shirt off. No. He's like, either he's got a wire on, he's got a buzzer on, or perhaps, as he claimed, he was just too shy or he might have a tattoo. No one bought it, but whatever, we're moving forward. So Saturday, Aaron Judge hits a home run. If we can move forward, Aaron Judge hits a home run, and he decides to pull an Altuve. He sort of buttons up his jersey. Watch this. Ooh, he buttons up his jersey. When asked about it after the game, this is what he said. Take a listen.
Whenever they keep the roof closed here, it's pretty chilly. So it's just, let my team know to button up a little bit.
Not true. Oh, Houston in July, not chilly. So then Sunday, Maldonado hits a home run early in the game. What's he do? Oh, yeah, Aaron Judge, look at this. I'll pull my shirt down a little bit. Take that. I'm not wearing a wire buzz. Also, like an odd self-troll for the Astros. And then finally, we're going to move to the bottom of the ninth. 2 on. Astros are down 2. Guess who's up? Altuve is up, hits a home run, and wins the game for the Astros. I'm sure he'll just go home and not even mention that Aaron Judge tried to troll him or that they were shamed because they cheated, even though they won the World Series. And they tear his shirt off. Look at this, fellas. No wires.
Yes.
No wires. Aha! Take that, Aaron Judge. We win the game, and I'm shirtless. And that's the weird and the wonderful from the national pastime.
That's Nick in 2 months right there.
Theme
I love
this morning. What a theme. Back to the NBA Finals. The Greek Freak could not be stopped again last night. Are the Suns drawing dead
They called the
against
foul
Giannis?
right
We
there?
discuss next. First things first.
Oh, my goodness.
First Things First is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Back here with NBA champ Antoine Walker. Good morning, Twan. We're talking Game 3, Bucks and Suns, and the story last night was Giannis. Finished 41-13. He joins Shaq as the only guys with back-to-back 40-10 games in the finals. And Twan, you said last week you wanted him to make free throws. He made 13 of them last night. Hello! He's also closing in on some finals records held by a guy named Mike, which he was asked about after the game.
Michael Jordan had 4 straight 40-point games against the Suns in the NBA Finals.
I'm not Michael Jordan.
Is that in jeopardy?
I'm not Michael Jordan. 40 points in a straight 2.
4 in a row.
Yeah, no, I'm not Michael Jordan. But you know, all I care about right now is getting one more. That's all. You know, just take care of business, doing our job.
Okay, so check this out. This helps put into perspective the amazing postseason Giannis is having. 11, 30, and 10 games, just 2 behind Shaq's playoff record. All right, Twan, what do you make of Giannis's performance?
Well, Jenna, guys, this is actually, you know, we talk about certain guys, and we got to get this guy his credit. Let's talk about first, we didn't know if he was going to play, and we all thought if he played Game 3, that'll be great. You know, we always give LeBron his flowers on how he take care of his body and able to get back from injuries. But Giannis has showed great pain tolerance, and to be able to bounce back, we got to give him a lot of credit for that. But to put together an NBA performance, an NBA Finals performance that he's putting together right now is simply amazing. I thought last night he played with poise. He let the game come to him. He was not aggressive as far as trying to just overly shoot the basketball. He was efficient. Got to the free throw line, wanted to get to the free throw line, did not take any bad jump shots, and he usually takes 5 or 6 bad jump shots in the game trying to find his offense. He did not do that. He continually attacked the basket, and maybe that's because he started to see the ball go in the basket from the free throw line. But I thought it was a very dominant performance. He knew they needed it. He came back, and I said this on Friday. He's going to continue to get better as the series goes along. You got to remember that he is the best player in this series. He's going to continue to get better as the series goes along. So you have to understand that. But it's also true about the Bucks. I thought the energy and effort that they gave, I thought Chris Middleton, with his defensive performance to me, was better. He wasn't worried about scoring and just standing on the side and watch Giannis play. He continued to play the game and not worry about that. So just a great total effort. I know we're talking about Giannis right now, but he's playing at an unbelievable level. He's separating himself. And we always talk about guys that are in that elite superstar status. But the way this finals goes, I played with a guy named D. Wade who had one of the best finals ever. And I talk about this often a lot. And I'm seeing the same similarities, how he's putting a team on his back. Young 26-year-old, 2-time MVP that's putting his team on his back and is trying to will his team to a championship. Obviously, he's far away from that. But after 3 games, he's been nothing short but amazing. So we have to give him his flowers on that, and hopefully it continues because this could be a great series.
What type of flowers you want to give him, Twan? What you want me to send him? You want me to send him roses? Let me know what flowers you want me to send Giannis.
Well,
okay? We get it.
Well, what you gonna do, Brandon, for this series? I would say Game 5, you'll be giving them out. Right now, you still got a little room to wait before you send the flowers.
Right. I mean, listen, another easy 40. I'll send them, I don't know, maybe some sunflowers, I don't know. Look, another easy 40, another easy 10. I mean, to me, that's easy for Giannis, and he's been doing it all playoffs. Not obviously 40, but I think he's averaging, what, Nick, 29 points or 30 points a game, something insane. The bigger story for me is 13 for 17 from the free throw line. Is that what we're talking about? Did I read that correctly?
Yeah.
Wilds?
Yes.
13 for 17 from the free throw line. Are you kidding me? That's what we're doing, Giannis? Look, all right. I love what I saw last night from Giannis. Giannis is unstoppable. The problem is, on the other side, they were so flat. So, yeah, Giannis can do this every night, night in, night out. But at the end of the day, if those boys on the other side is doing what they're supposed to be doing, Nick, then they're not sitting here with a game with one win. They're not sitting here, still in this series. I don't know what happened with Booker. I don't know what happened with Ayton. Those boys need to find a way to get it done. So, look, Giannis, yeah, phenomenal. Great job. Bravo to you. You guys played them twice in the regular season. You played them, for the third time this series, and you finally got a win. But at the end of the day, the Suns are a better team, and this will be a gentleman's sweep. That's what it would be, Nick.
Well, okay. Well, not if Giannis keeps doing this. Now, if Giannis keeps doing this, it absolutely will not be a gentleman's sweep. And if Giannis can keep doing this, yeah, I know. And that's why the Bucks are in a great position. But I want to focus on Giannis, not the series as a whole. Because Antoine said a lot of very good things about Giannis, but he didn't say this. This is how you become not just potentially an NBA champion, but this is how you become the best player in basketball. Don't care about the holes in his game. Talked about that on Friday. Nobody did that to Shaq. When Shaq, everyone's like, okay, Shaq's the best player in the league. You know how I know? Nobody can stop it. And Shaq, in those 3 straight championships with the Lakers, his NBA Finals numbers were bananas. The first one, he was 38-12 on 60%. The next one, I think it was 34-15-5, and then he was like 33-13-4. All of them around 60% or better. Well, that is what Giannis is doing in these finals, despite the fact that game 1, he was clearly not 100%. This was his second straight 40-point double-double. A little context on that. Can we give the full list of people, not in one finals, but in a career that have multiple 40-point double-doubles in the finals? Because it's a handful of super old guys. LeBron's done it 6 times. Shaq did it 5 times. Jerry, Elgin, Havlicek, Pettit. That's careers. Careers. Giannis has done it in 2 of his first 3 finals games. If you guys want to dive further into the numbers, Basketball Reference, they've done this for the last 35 years. The database goes back 35 years. They have a thing called game score, okay? A game score of greater than 35 is absolutely unbelievable. Only LeBron has finals games, more than 2 finals games with a game score above 35. Giannis has done it in the last 2 finals games. We are watching a similar performance to what D-Wade did in 06 when it's like, oh my God, it's one of the best finals we've ever seen. And Wilds, this is what is to me so concerning for Phoenix. There's no counter to this. There's none. It is like when you were playing Shaq. It's just, I hope our guys play great and his teammates play poorly. Because you can play zone, he will crush you. You can put Ayton on him, he'll get him in foul trouble. You can put Jay Crowder on him, he'll get by him. There is no counter to it. And it is, to me, not a coincidence that Giannis has 3 40-point double-doubles in these playoffs. They have come in the 3 biggest spots. Game 7 against Brooklyn, and then the last 2 finals games, which are really the first 2 finals games where he was close to healthy. And so it is an all-time performance that we are seeing thus far in these finals, and I don't see any reason to believe he won't keep it up, Wilds.
Well, yeah, the only person that can beat Giannis is sort of like his own ego, where he says, like, you know what, I'm a 2-time MVP, I should be able to hit this open jumper, and then he starts taking them. If he keeps on turning those down and keeps on not even looking for them, just go to the hole. If we can put up the graphic on how many points in the paint the Bucks have been scoring, he's just gotten better and better and better, closer and closer. So, Brandon, I think this is sort of a sign of dominance. And I also think, like, remember when we have Mangini on, and he talks about certain players being force multipliers, right? So it's not only what shows up on the stat sheet, it's kind of the trickle-down effect. The trickle-down effect of Giannis's dominance here is also Ayton comes out of the game. So once you get Ayton in foul trouble, and then he can't sort of exert his will or play with force like Monty Williams was talking about, he's got to play tentative, and his offensive game goes away. It's a force multiplier where you start to see Giannis affect the game in other ways. Cam Johnson was getting hot, and Giannis was like, you know what, give me the ball.
Give me the ball. I want to score on Cam Johnson. He's feeling himself a little too much after dunking on poor P.J. Tucker who's trying to take a charge. Not that impressive of a dunk. So I think not only is Giannis impressive on the stat sheet, everything that there's a trickle-down effect makes the Bucks even more dominant.
But wow, there's so much more to it than that. There's also the leadership. Remember last game, you saw him on the sideline pounding the chairs, and he's screaming in a good way at Middleton and Drew Holiday. Bud is sitting in the corner watching him, and he's saying, "Come on, guys, I need you." He dominated that game as well. And then this whole approach all year, not getting too high, not getting too low. This dude is not only getting it done on the court, but he's also a phenomenal leader, and that's why you see him in this position. And Twan, you brought it up, but we're not talking about it enough. That injury, this dude missed 2 games, the last 2 games in the Hawks series. That's a big deal. For this dude to hyperextend his knee the way he did and to come back so fast, and he said it, I thought my season was done. I thought I was out for a year, not a season, because I could have just been a couple more weeks. He said a year, and now he's actually playing better than he was before the knee injury. We need to talk about that. This dude, I know he's called the freak, but at the end of the day, man, this dude is just built different.
I think what you got to understand, what we got to give him his credit for, is that Giannis has, and I've been very critical of him on this show, where I've talked about Giannis's gaps and things that he needs to work on to become a better player. But what's great about him is he tunes all those things out, and he continues to just play basketball to be able to dominate the game. We have to give him credit for that. He's dominated this series.